Pokemon Scarlet and Violet's new expansion, the Indigo Disc, has launched, and it's time to share my first shiny hunting adventures in another episode of Adventures in Shiny Hunting. So I still have quite a few past episodes left where I began my hunts in Violet and Scarlet before the Indigo Disc came out. But I wanted to kind of jump this one to the front of the line because the Indigo Disc is a brand new expansion that just came out, and it's got a bunch of really great new Pokemon and returning Pokemon, and I wanted to show off what I shiny hunted. Shiny hunting, I think, in this expansion is probably a little bit more fun than most, just because there's some new methods and a bunch of new Pokemon to hunt, including starters, which I have a video about that I will share later on. So let's go ahead and kick this off by my first shiny hunt of the expansion, which of course was to get a Duraludon. The reason why is because Duraludon has a brand new evolution called Archaludon. It looks like a bridge, and I wanted a shiny one.
So I began my Scarlet and Violet Indigo Disc shiny hunting adventures by searching for Duraludon in order to get a shiny Archaludon. And this is a pretty hard shiny to spot, so it took me some time to try to figure it out. I didn't notice the one sitting right next to me when I was recording this clip, and it just so happened to run into me. So there's the shiny. Later on, I continued my search, but this time I actually had a little bit more of an idea of what shiny Duraludon looked like. So I continued my hunts looking for a second one since I had leftover sandwich and figured it wasn't worth moving. And I did happen to find one, which was pretty cool. So now I have a second one, which I'm going to be trading to somebody to get another shiny Archaludon.
So the Indigo Disc has a lot of really awesome returning Pokemon from past games in the series, and of course, some of them haven't been available in a while, so I wanted to shiny hunt them. And we'll start off with Trapinch, because having a shiny Flygon sounds pretty fantastic.
So I was in the Savannah biome, and I had an outbreak of Trapinch, and just so happened to find a bright green Trapinch in the Savannah after knocking out 60 and avoiding this Pyroar, which wanted to chase me down. Shiny Flygon is pretty fantastic, so definitely worth the hunt.
Surprise shinies can happen at any time, and I got a few during these recording clips, including this one, which caught me off guard because I honestly didn't know what the shiny of this Pokemon looked like, so now I do.
While exploring a little pond over near, I believe it was the coastal biome, I was just, exploring, knocking out some stuff, seeing what was around here. And of course I found some new Pokemon they want to add to the collection, including Skarmory. But I got lucky because my Gallade refused to attack this one. I didn't know what shiny Skarmory looked like, and after looking I realized, yep, that's exactly what that is. So, surprise shiny Skarmory.
Speaking of surprise shinies, I found another one that I actually really wanted and did know what the shiny looked like while I was doing a multiplayer BP grind. Now, BP stands for Blueberry Points. These are things you need to do a lot of different things throughout the Blueberry Academy in the Indigo Disc. So the best way to grind them is to do these tasks with friends using multiplayer. So I was doing a multiplayer lobby, and I stumbled across a shiny that I was very excited to add to my collection.
So while doing a bunch of BBQ grinding with a few friends of mine, I came across a shiny I really wanted that was just a surprise, and that was a shiny Tentacruel. Of course, because it's 2023, I named Cruel Summer in honor of Taylor Swift. But yeah, shiny Tentacruel, pretty fantastic.
So yes, I know this is an Indigo Disc focused episode, but I did end up going back to the old parts of the map because I wanted to grind for some Herba Mystica. And so I went back to Kitakami and decided to do some grinding when I found a Munchlax outbreak, which I didn't have a shiny Munchlax, so I figured that'd be kind of cool. I found something else instead.
So while grinding, looking for some Herba Mystica, I decided to go back to Kitakami, and I found just decided to knock out some stuff, just because why not? I was in the middle of a Munchlax outbreak when I discovered something I was not expecting, which is a shiny Seedot. So, pretty surprising, but hey, I'll take it.
So one of the absolute coolest elements of the Indigo Disc is the fact that regional Pokemon spawn in the Indigo Disc biomes that are not from Paldea. So you can find a lot of Alolan Pokemon, plus some Galarian and some Hisuian forms in the biomes of the Indigo Disc. So I had a particular Alolan form Pokemon that I really, really wanted a shiny of, and well, here's what happened.
So since a number of Alolan Pokemon were brought back in the Indigo Disc, I decided to shiny hunt the hilarious Alolan Executor, and sure enough, I found one. It's red, it's gold, it's fantastic. I'm absolutely thrilled to have one in my collection. First of many Alolans, I'm sure.
One of the more interesting returning Pokemon in this expansion is Smeargle. Now, if you don't know, Smeargle has this ability called Sketch, which allows it to essentially copy any move. There's a couple exceptions, but the vast majority of moves a Pokemon can learn, it can learn using the Sketch. So naturally, finding a shiny one is kind of a baller move. Plus, you can teach it ridiculous movesets. I happened to find an Outbreak.
So I was in the middle of a Smeargle hunt with a Smeargle outbreak in the Savanna biome, and I happened to see a golden artiste boy over here. Smeargle is one of the weirdest but most interesting Pokemon that has come back in the Indigo Disc, and now I have one in shiny form.
Did someone ask for more surprise shinies? Because I did, and I found another one.
So I was exploring the canyon biome, just going around seeing what was on top of mountains and whatnot, and I came across a whole herd of Scyther, and I've been hunting for a shiny Scyther for a while so I can get a shiny Kleavor. Didn't find that, but I did find a green sweatpants, baggy pants boy over here. That's right, a shiny Scrafty. Not what I was looking for, but hey, I'll take it.
So to celebrate the launch of the Indigo Disc, Pokemon decided to do special Outbreak events in all three sections of Scarlet and Violet, in Paldea, in Kitakami, and in the Blueberry Academy. So in Paldea, you could shiny hunt Flabébé, which is pretty cool. In Kitakami, you could shiny hunt Litwick, and then in the Blueberry Academy, you could shiny hunt a returning Pokemon to that expansion, which is Alcremie's pre-evolution, Milcery. And I got the previous two. I got a blue Floette, and then I got a shiny Litwick. Both are fantastic, but I didn't have a Milcery, so I finally decided after the event was almost over to finally go shiny hunt one, and here's how that went.
I finally decided to take on the last of the three special shiny outbreaks that were available for the Indigo Disc launch, which was Milcery, and I happened to find one very quickly. It's got dark eyes, that's the only way you could tell, but I caught a Milcery and evolved it into a shiny Alcremie, one of many. I'm not going to go for all of them, but I got one. I'll take it. That's what's important.
Heading back to the polar biome, which is definitely one of the more interesting biomes of the Blueberry Academy, I decided to shiny hunt a Gen 1 classic, which was Lapras, which did return for this DLC. Lapras is a pretty awesome Pokemon, and I just so happened to find another Outbreak. Here's what happened.
Another classic legend that came back for the Indigo Disc is Lapras, and I found an Outbreak in the frozen biome. I just so happened to find a purple Lapras and decided to try to lure it on to the shore so I can get a little bit better view of it. All these other Lapras tried to box it in. It still showed up, and I was able to get myself a beautiful purple Lapras. Thrilled to add it to the collection.
we're going to wrap up this episode with our funny clip of the week, and that is, while I was shiny hunting Milcery, I found a Rhyhorn, which seemed rather confused about what it was trying to do. You'll just have to see how it looks.
While in the middle of my Milcery hunt, I was running around the biome, and I noticed a Rhyhorn, which I guess didn't know what it wanted to charge at. So it decided to just continue to face the wall, and continue to charge at the wall. Gotta love how functional these Pokemon games are. Eventually got tired and disappointed, but I thought that was really funny.
That is going to do it for this episode of Adventures in Shiny Hunting. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. We got plenty more episodes of this coming. Got lots more from Scarlet, from Violet, and I have a jumbo-sized one coming eventually where I shiny hunt every single starter that's available in the Indigo Disc. I'm working on that. It should be fun. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next episode of Adventures in Shiny Hunting. Bye-bye.